like learn the language. I want to be fluent by the end of the year. Anyway, that's besides the point. Today we are back playing Gods Will Be Watching, and I have no idea if my audio will be sounding funny because I've got a slightly different setup going on right now. Because my microphone, rather now it being like overhanging in front of me, my setup so changed at the moment. It is now like to the side of me and a bit to the left. So I have no idea how that's going to affect the audio, and I don't have a filter. That is great, but I guess it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna that's the wrong one. Let me quit to menu, load game, and we want this one. Okay, here we go. Chapter 3, Ever Dusk. What's going on? Welcome back, Sergeant Burden. Allow me to say, on ECOP's behalf, we're glad you came back in one piece, but it's time to get back to work. Your failure in infiltrating Xenolife's ranks and sabotaging their goals have changed the rules of the game. This has left us vulnerable. Xenolife can now potentially commit a biological attack using the Medusa virus at any time. But, sir, don't even start. Listening to your excuses is what put us in the situation to begin with. We have to be ready to fight any biological threat. That's your main and only objective now, Sergeant. Is that clear? Yes, sir. On your next mission, you'll have to spend several months on the surface of Synikos? I don't know how to pronounce that. If you read the mission briefing, you'll know that Synikos is the home world of the Medusa virus. Is that a spelling mistake? I thought it was Medusa. I've read that as Medusa for so long, it doesn't matter. You'll be leading an Everdusk science team whilst occupying the planet. Your mission won't be complete until you find a cure for the Medusa virus. Sounds more like a punishment to me. Do you have a problem with your assignment, Corporal Maslow? Two soldiers to look after 3 scientists and a robot, please. That's enough, Jack. Sorry, sir. Proceed. I see that you have already met your team. Let me introduce them to you. Sarah Gaynor, specialist in psychiatrics and psychiatrics. God, my pronunciation today. And brain genetics. After all we've heard, it's a pleasure to meet the legend at last, Sergeant. Dr. Paul I have no idea how to pronounce these names. Zinez. I'm gonna call you Dr. Paul Z. That's good enough for me. Expert in bacteriology, bionics, and former chief of the counter-viral department of the Constellar Federation. Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Our job at Synikos is just as important as fighting terrorists. Don't undermine this mission by taking it as a punishment. They won't, Doctor. Donald Gaynor, specialist in robotics and electromechanics. I'll be in charge of the maintenance of our ship and equipment. Also, I told the commander earlier I'm bringing in with us this experimental robot model I've named Brandon. Experimental? In what way? Well, it's a disguised project of the I'm doing accents now. The Constellar Federation. Essentially, Brandon is an imperfect droid. He has designed to analyze human emotions and status to try and please owner and guests. Essentially, he'll sex you up. The project was deemed a failure, though, since after a couple of years, the imperfect module became overridden with his owner's personality. And the droid suffered an existential crisis with well-undesired consequences. How useful! This model has been customized by me personally, but formatting his brain once a year, I promise you Brandon is totally safe. And also, it's not for— damn it! Sex robots out the window, man! When requested, he'll give us various readings of our performance, moods, and morale for our mission, and can help us notably improve our productivity. Quite freaky, in my opinion. I'm sad to hear that, but I'll do my best, sir. Come on, Sarge, don't be mean to him. You may end up liking him. Gentlemen, you'll have time to talk about personal details on the ship to Synikos. Dismissed. Wait a second. What about the dog? What about the dog? Fucking doctor. It's not wise to have a dog inside the lab. Oh, what's the dog's name? My ass? Okay, alright, let's play with my ass. Just gonna let that sentence sink in, you know? Honestly, that sentence alone, the stars aligned for that. Okay, this damn dog has served the air it does better than most of the soldiers on this ship. Knock it off, Jack. Dr. Z only wants the best for the mission. He'll end up liking Marvin. Everybody does. Good boy. Launch again. I thought I'd miss my arm when that psycho cut it off. But now I understand why there are people who sacrifice their lives just to get one of these awesome bionics. Ah, so he lost his arm and he got a bionic arm back. It's pretty cool. It's not very popular with the ladies though. But for a soldier, I couldn't dream of a better implant. You should totally give it a try. No thanks, I like to be popular among girls. You? Ha! Don't make me laugh, meh? I've never even seen you look at a single female. So you keep tracking of who I'm looking at. Oh, fuck off. Good boy. I guess we launch again. What's the harm? Can I ask you about something, Broden? I'm always afraid of what follows when you ask that, but shoot. Did you really expect to dismantle Zenlifer peacefully? Man, I don't know. Liam is a good guy, though. Maybe I don't agree with his methods, but I respect his cause. In any case, it was worth trying. ECUC orders or not, it would have been a waste of a bullet to shoot such a brave man. I thought we joined ECUC so we wouldn't have to solve all of our problems by killing people. I thought you joined the Everdas because the Constellar Federation put a price on your head. Yeah, and also that. Good boy. Well, I like Zenlifer too, but ultimately they're terrorists in the end. In the eyes of the Constellar Federation, yeah. For me, the Federation seems a much greater threat than Zenlifer. At least Zenlifer fights for freedom and equality. It's history that'll put a label on Liam. For me, he's a hero. You really like that blonde punk, don't you? Well, the Fed forced us to kill people, and when I wanted to stop, they hunted me. Liam risked his ass to get us out of that torture facility, and settled whatever reservations I had towards him personally. Good boy. What do you think of the team we have here? Not besides the Doctor not liking Marvin. They seem nice enough, very professional and focused on the mission. Sarah is a cutie. That's a pity. It's a pity that she's married to that engineer. So yes, I like them. Being stuck on this rock is going to be boring as hell though. After 3 years in Zenlifer and surviving that madman's torture, I thought you'd enjoy a vacation. A vacation needs sun, beer, and hotties. What? I swear, I read that as Sinaikos. Why is it now there's so many eyes in that? You need 2.5 men to have that many eyes. So, Sinisios is just a giant ice-ridden prison with a deadly airborne virus spreading across its surface. Good boy. Launch again. Man, I missed Marvin during all those years undercover. He missed you too, Sarge. Launch again. Is that... I think that's all of them. I think that's all the conversation. Alright, let's get back to work, fam. Okay. And then she said, I thought it was a mercurial strike. Oh, Snake. I'm bad at reading. Man, you are sick. Welcome back, gentleman. I imagine he sounds like the spy from Team Fortress 2. How's the research going, Doc? Excellent, Sarah. And... oh, excellent. Sarah and I detected what causes paralysis within the Medusae virus. Whatever, man. It attacks the muscles with a parasitarian. English not first language. What is going on? Live something. But also freezes the user, inducing a chemical coma. It then keeps the vital functions running to create a perfect environment for spores to start growing in the victim's body. Sarah and I reduced the amount of possible compounds to 5, so we are pretty close to finding a cure. We'll probably be able to leave Sinisios in a couple of months. A couple of months? Oh man. Cheer up, Jack. The estimated completion of this project was set at 1.5 years. What? I have to start reading the mission briefings. I would have deserted if I knew that. Uh-oh. We may have a problem now, fam. Liam's back. He's looking sexy as ever. Hello, everybody. Abraham, man, how are you? Or should I call you Sergeant Burden? Liam. Don't worry, man. You had a job to do, no hard feelings. I'm glad you made it out of the Holistic Empire prison, after all. You and your team will come in handy right now for Xenolifer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I heard you saying you're researching a cure for the Medusi virus? Cut the crap, Liam. What do you want? How rude, Jack. After all we've been through, I hoped you'd be glad to see me. To answer your question, though, I want you to give us the cure for the Medusi virus, and I want it now. Excuse me, Mr. Liam? But we are far from discovering one at this point. There's still a lot of work to do. Oh, that's too bad, especially since I'm in a little bit of a rush right now. Fine, I'll tell you what. Discover the cure by tomorrow and you won't die. What? That's impossible. Don't underestimate yourself, lady. The threat of death can be a wonderful motivator. What's that they say? Necessity is the mother of invention? No? Shaman can provide that motivation. Shaman? Indeed, C4 has been motivating humanity for centuries. Jack, calm down. Liam, listen to me. You're a reasonable man. I'm sure we can find a peaceful resolution here. Oh, no. You won't talk your way out of this, Sergeant. I know you, Burden. You can survive this just like everything else. After all, you're a legend, aren't you? Time to prove it. Liam! Fuck. Fucking Xenolifer, fuck, man. Oh my god, we are going to die, aren't we? This can't be happening. Everybody calm down. Liam is not an assassin. He wouldn't kill us for mere revenge. Tell me you're not defending that son of a bitch. Don't lose your cool, Jack. If he wanted us dead, we'd be dead. We better start working fast and smart. Doctor, how much time do we have? Based on our research so far, we'll be dead in about 27.5 hours. That's plenty of time. Brandon, how much debris do we have blocking the exit? 3,712 kilograms exactly, sir. Okay, that's a lot of work, but if we cooperate, we can dig all that shit out in time. You forget the fact that we are all infected. Even if we get out, we'll be dead. Understood. Your mission then is to find a cure in less than 48 hours. That's impossible. Doctor? Well, there are some lines that can be crossed in order to speed up the investigation. Cross them. What do you mean, Doctor? Human experimentation. Oh, fuck. Okay. Are you insane? Are we just going to blindly shoot random compounds into ourselves? Well, we can choose between a certain death or a possible death. I don't know about you, but I'll take my chances. Sounds like a plan. Okay, listen everybody, start digging and following the doctor's instructions. We have to avoid overworking ourselves in this situation. Being well vested is just as important as working. So can you go until I finish the chapter, which could last God knows long because the game's difficult. And I've got fingers up my ass. Okay, that's great. No, 10 out of 10. If you want to finger up your ass, it's great. No, you can. You really appreciate life once you get a finger up the butt. You simply just can't appreciate life until there's a finger in your ass. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm back. Let's do this. I think Sarah and I can produce some synthetic accelerants through the use of this chemical computer. Adrenaline will speed up work and sedatives can help you rest better. There are some drawbacks, Doctor. Adrenaline will make you feel pretty tired after a while due to overworking, and sedatives will leave a person knocked out for a good bit of time, but it's a good way to recover faster. Right, in any case, we should work mainly on developing an antidote. What steps should we follow, Doctor? Step 1, produce an antidote. Step 2, inject it into someone. Step 3, pray. Finally, step 4, if the subject endures the shot, we analyse their blood and see what went right and what went wrong. Then repeat. I'm a little lost. Don't worry, focus on leading the team. If you want to know more about any aspect of the research, just ask me, okay? Since time is crucial, we should work in spans of 30 minutes. Use the clock on the right top corner of the computer to begin work sessions. After every 30 minutes of work, we can reassess the situation. Okay, Everdas team, let's... Wait a second. Right. The power supply seems to have been damaged. We can't let the battery drop below 0 or we're screwed. And how the hell do we avoid doing that? So I volunteer myself to connect the broken power supply. Don't know, is it safe? Well, Brandon is tough as hell. It might actually work. And I can do maintenance on him so he doesn't get toasted. Doctor, you can sacrifice me and leave me as a permanent connection so power won't be a problem anymore. Oh Jesus, no way. I need you digging as much as everyone else. Yes, sir. Okay, Everdas team. Oh, sorry. Yes, Doctor? Sorry, just want to remind you that what we found in research prior, if any of us experience paralysis, we can fight it with temporary jolts of electricity. Of course we can. That's why the defibrillator unit is here. I can do the preparations. We can have up to 3 charges on standby use. And in the meantime, you get to skip digging, don't you? Those are the benefits of having a wider set of skills other than just shooting things. Hey, that's enough. Okay, everyone knows what they have to do. Everdust team. Burden? What? Just kidding, go ahead. I give up. Everybody do your best. Our lives are riding on this. Everdust team, let's do this. Okay. Holy shit, that's jumped me in the deep end. What the fuck? Well, I guess the only thing that we can really do is just go through it and we learn from our mistakes, man. Like, we are not going to be able to complete this on our first try. There's just too much. So we got a dig team. So okay, we'll have dig teams of 3. I didn't join the for this kind of stress. This is your fault, Burden. Oh, shut up. As terrible as our situation here is, I'm a little excited for this assignment. Choose what we want to uncover. Ask about your sergeant. Oh my fuck! These are all the mechanics I've got to consider. This is chapter 3. Fucking hell, man. Okay. So adrenaline sedatives are fairly straightforward. Antidote risk. What's the difference between a risky antidote and a safe one? Well, basically the difference is in the time we spend developing it. The more time we spend applying various security protocols that would lead to a safer antidote, the longer it will take time to produce. On the other hand, we can speed up research by making a few shots in the dark and educated guesses, hoping that nothing goes wrong along the way. Safer antidotes will be easier to endure for the subject. Risky antidotes will more likely cause death. But if we can discover the right compounds for the cure, even lethal antidotes would be harmless. So if you know for sure the solution for the antidote, go ahead with quick research. In any case, the decision is yours to evaluate the risk and make the decision. Isn't that your speciality, Sergeant? Oh, and another important thing you should know about. People with a higher body mass can endure the experimental antidote better than others. Okay, Jack would, because he's fairly ripped, pretty much. The engineer, I mean, he's got a little bit of a belly going there, so he's got higher body mass. In case you're interested, here are the Oh, okay, that's good. Donald is our engineer. 101 kilograms, yep. Jack is 87, Doctor's 75, Sarah's 49, Marvin's 44. What about me? I don't know. The ECO don't give me any medical records on you, Sergeant. They said it was classified. I see. Ask about compounds. All of these compounds seem pretty complicated. Yes, it is complicated science, but putting the theory of chemical computating aside, it's all quite simple. We know the Medusa virus is weak against certain compounds. However, we haven't discovered the virus molecular structure yet. The only thing we do know is that the virus doesn't have any repeated compounds in its structure. So, for example, a beta-beta-beta case isn't possible. Neither is an omega delta delta combination. Do you understand? Yeah, I think so. To put it another way, just don't repeat compounds. A correct compound sequence would be alpha, beta, lambda. So, team performance. Any advice on how to handle the team's performance? Just don't push them too hard. Remember that you can check everybody's current performance with Brandon's empathy sensors. Also, it would be a good idea to plan resting periods along with antidote testing. The antidote leaves you unconscious anyway, so now we're on the same page, Doc. So, we gotta have a nice rotation to things. So, I reckon what we do is our engineer's gotta be the first one to have the antidote. Because his body mass is the highest, he'll be able to deal with it better. And the last one's got to be Sarah. So we have we'll keep the rotation going. Hopefully by the time Donald comes around, he'll be able to help out Brendan. So basically this is an ultimate game of trial and error where people die. I am loving it. Choose risk. I'm going to go for... Let's go for... cautious. Set compound number 1. So let's go. We'll go alpha, beta, data. Alpha, beta, data. Alpha, beta, delta. Delta. Okay, so project research. Nature caution. Risk of death 10%. Compound setting. Alpha, beta, delta. Oh my god! Wow, this is tough. Let's produce an adrenaline, and then this guy will use the computer, research the antidote. Safe. Alpha, beta, delta. And connect power lines. When everybody has a task, use the clock on the top right corner to start a work session. Here we go. Work for 30 minutes. No, like we want to. Okay, let's dig again. That antidote is going to take way too long. As soon as that adrenaline's done, I'm going to do a different combination with like I might do like alpha, lambda, omega. And we'll up the risk just so I can get some more information a little faster. So we've had 4 people on the thing for a while, so I'm going to connect the power lines again. I'm going to give, okay, yeah, they're looking pretty tired. Research complete. So Jack, inject adrenaline, press information, dig power. Because yeah, Jack will give the most, I know that. In performance, Jack's at 157% now. Marvin's at 88. Brandon's at 70%. So what we'll do is we'll do this one, and then so use computer. Research antidote. Oh, okay, they team up. Okay, good. So let's work for 30 minutes. 88%, 92%, 133%, 84%, 80%, 3,238 kilograms left. I feel like I've made a mistake. Honestly, I don't see another problem. We just keep going. We need to stop Brandon from connecting the power lines. So, as I'm playing this, I'm thinking about everything that I've got to get done. I'm trying to keep an eye on everyone's fatigue, and I feel like if we can, like, all we gotta do is beat the time essentially. So I'm thinking, because we're given 28 hours, so 7 hours has just passed, and I don't want to charge the batteries until I have that antidote done. Now I'm thinking we can actually, I mean, it's going to be very lucky, but like we could have this done in this, just in ABD, because it could be ABD, we don't know. But I don't know if it's an order type thing. So like, but because we've gone at a 0% risk and we're taking our time with the research, I'm hoping for either one of these scenarios I only get one of them correct, or all of them correct. I don't want to get 2, because if we get 2, the game can go on for way too long, because we're a quarter way through our time at the moment. Doctor is... So for this one I'm going to make Sarah stop working and rest, and if this guy digs, because he's at 99%, we should have an antidote. Okay, here we go. First one. We are 8.5 hours in. Looks like he's doing fine. Should wake up in about 90 minutes. So we're at 18th hour. Okay, reading substance structure measures as effectiveness. First compound seems to work, but it is misplaced. Second compound reaction with third compound present is incorrect. So we have 2 then. We have 2. Shit, that's not good. That's the opposite of what we wanted. But, so it's something BA. Something BA. Something BA. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you use the computer. Research ends to. Let's go safe again. So, we know the second one is beta. And we know the third one is alpha. So, it's honestly, we've just got to, flip a coin here. I'm going to flip a coin. Because, like, there's no way to know. So, heads, we'll go for lambda. Tails, we'll go for omega. It is heads, so we'll go for lambda. Okay. So, set compound 1, lambda. Set compound number 2, beta. Set compound number 3, alpha. Okay. We're getting closer. We got some information together. I genuinely think we might be able to do this on the first try. We actually might be able to do this on the first try. This is actually really good. Just gonna keep resting for a bit. Everybody looks okay. It got me. Okay, hold your butts on your coconuts, man. Okay, so I'm halfway through the day. Well, halfway through the level at the moment. Things are looking okay, but I'm running out of time to record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, export the files over to my D drive, and then continue on and finish up the level. I feel like we actually might be able to get this on our first try, which is amazing. So I'll be right back. Hold your butts on your coconuts. I'll be gone for a little bit.